Yeah, I already told you people, this is the important latitude passes through the country. Middle of the country is Tropic of Cancer, 23 degree 30 minutes north. This is also north. This is the location of the country. This is the location of India in the world. Let us move on to the next topic. We have to learn about what are the seas and oceans surrounded the country. Okay, seas and oceans. I already mentioned that the country or the landmass which is surrounded by three sides of water. Okay, it is not only surrounded by three sides of water, and that landmass is called peninsula. As a peninsula, we have two seas and one ocean. One is in the west we have Arabian Sea. In the east we have Bay of Bengal, and the south we have Indian Ocean. Okay, these are the seas and oceans what we have. These are the three directions we have water bodies, and we call India is a subcontinent and it is a peninsula. So these are the important seas and oceans. Next, I already told about the Indian size and the location, and land boundary and the total coastline length we have to study. Now move on to land boundary of the country. As a seventh largest country, according to its total area, we must understand the total land boundary of the country. The total area, what it covers, not total area, it is the boundary what comes. Total land boundary what we have, 15,200 kilometers. The total area we say in square kilometers. This is the distance what we calculate, the borders or the boundary, we call it in kilometers. So 15,200 kilometers is the total land boundary. So I already told you there are three sides. Water is surrounded by the landmass, and now we have to calculate or learn what is the total coastline length. Coastline length of the country. Okay, coastline length of the country. Coastline, I want to mark and show you people. From here, we know that Gulf of Kutch to Kanyakumari. Okay, next Kanyakumari to Sundarbans Delta in Bengal. Okay, this is the coastal boundary what we have. We know that India is a peninsula. Three sides we have coastal area. From Gulf of Kutch to Kanyakumari, it is west coast. And from Kanyakumari to Sundarbans Delta. Sundarbans is the world largest delta we have, formed by Ganga and Brahmaputra river. Okay, here from Sundarbans Delta to Kanyakumari, it is east coast. East coast. So we have two coastal belts, west coast and east coast. Its total length is from here to here, means Gulf of Kutch to Kanyakumari, total is 7,516.6 kilometers. This is including our islands. Do you know, children, which are the island groups we have? We have two island groups. One is here in Bay of Bengal, that is Andaman and Nicobar groups. Andaman and Nicobar. Okay, Andaman and Nicobar groups in Bay of Bengal in the east direction, and we have many coral islands called Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep Islands. Okay, we have two island groups here, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep. Total it accounts 247 islands are there. The 203 in this side in Andaman Nicobar and remaining here in Lakshadweep. And Andaman and Nicobar Island, the largest island is Greater Nicobar. Greater Nicobar is the largest. Please remember. And important thing is coastline length total it is including these islands and their coastal boundary. We say 7,516.6 kilometers. You take excluding these islands. Excluding islands, it is only 6,100 kilometers. Please make sure children, total, if you ask total coastline length of the country, you have to write 7,516.6 kilometers. If they specify excluding islands, 6,100 kilometers. Except Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep and its coastal area, only you take the mainland and its coastal area, it is 6,100 kilometers. There are chances of asking different questions based on different kilometers in the boundary. Here, I already told you Andaman Nicobar group, there are more than 200 islands are there. The largest is Greater Nicobar, and do you know its capital? Andaman and Nicobar, and its capital is Port Blair. Port Blair is the capital of these island groups. And when it comes to, and another thing is important information here, these group of islands which are located in Bay of Bengal, they are made up of volcanic rocks. Hence, they are called as volcanic islands too. Here, the small islands which are there almost 40 and above in Lakshadweep Island, which are located in Arabian Sea, the western side of the country, these are made up of corals. These are called coral islands. Do you know its capital? Lakshadweep capital? Its capital is Kavaratti. Kavaratti is the capital of Lakshadweep. So, now it is understood that we have total 2 island groups, Andaman Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands, and including these islands, total coastline length of the country is 7,516.6 kilometers. Excluding these 2 islands, it is 6,100 kilometers. I hope you understood. So, these 2 are also very important for the examination point of view. Land boundary and coastal length. Land boundary is 15,200 kilometers and coastline length is 7,516.6. This is including islands. If they specify excluding islands, you must write 6,100 kilometers. Clear now? Now we move on to the length and width of the country. The length and width of the country from the north to south, the total length of the country is 3,214 kilometers from north here. The top of the country from here to Kanyakumari, it is 3,214 kilometers. And the width of the country, you take from here, Gulf of Kutch. Okay, Gulf of Kutch in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east, its total width is 2,933 kilometers. 2,933 kilometers in the west to east, its width, and north to south, its length is, height is 3,214 kilometers. Okay, this is the basic information about our country, our motherland, its size and its location. Now we must understand how the country name called India derived, or what are the different names we call our country as. Here, first of all, we know that in the ancient epics and Puranas, the legends, Okay, the great epics of the country says India, the country name which came from one of the ancient king called Bharata, who ruled the land, who ruled the country because of the king called Bharata. The country got its name Bharat or Bharata. Okay, this is because of the landmass or the place ruled by the ancient king called Bharata. It became Bharata. And later, after some time, the same landmass called in a different name by you take in India. How? Because of the foreign people or the British one who entered the country and they said this is the land which the river called Indus flows. Due to the river called Indus, it came to be known as India. Okay, because the river Indus came to be known as India. And another name what we call India is Hindustan. Why we call Hindustan? Because of the population, majority of Hindus are here, so we call it as Hindustan too. So these are the different names what we have. One is because of from the ancient king called Bharata, it came to be known as Bharata. This is the ancient version. Later, when the British people entered, due to the land of river Indus, okay, this landmass came to be known as India, and Hindustan because of the majoritarian base. The Hindus are the majority here, so we call our country as Hindustan too. These are the based on different sources, different names will be there. So these are the things what we studied: India and its size and location and different names, and we studied about Andaman Nicobar groups and the Lakshadweep Islands, total length and the width and the coastline length and the boundary. Now we have to learn one more important point here. When it comes to longitudes, one important longitude passes through the country. That based on that longitude, we have taken India's standard time. That is IST. Indian standard time. You know that different countries will be having their own standard time. But for the entire country, although it is a subcontinent, although it is a peninsula, it is the seventh largest country of the world, we follow one timing line. That is called Indian Standard Timing Line. That is, we taken the longitude called 82 degree 30 minutes east, which passes through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, Indian Standard Time Line 82 degree 30 minutes east. Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, which passes through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, we consider as Indian Standard Timeline. Indian Standard Timeline. You go anywhere, okay, you go to Kanyakumari, Bombay, or Saurashtra, or Jammu Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh, any part, based on this particular longitude, the timings will be set. So we consider this line as Indian Standard Timeline. Okay, student. So, important latitude is Tropic of Cancer, which passes through the country and makes the country almost 2 equal halves, and the important longitude which passes through the country is 82 and half degree we say, but exactly it is 82 degree 30 minutes. That is east. We taken as Indian Standard Time Line. That is very important. Yeah. After these informations, I want to share one more important point here, that is map marking question. Examination and test point of view, map marking is very, very important. Based on these important things, many places I have already marked and show you. Even Tropic of Cancer, Indian Standard Time Line, and one more thing is Tropic of Cancer is also called as Central Meridian. Okay, sorry, central meridian of the country, but Tropic of Cancer 23 degree 30 minutes north, which passes through the middle of the country. So this is, and the length and the width of the country also we studied, and marking of islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands, and all the two seas and ocean and its marking, and these are the points or the things what we have to understand for a map marking purpose too. So today we learned about India and its size, location and its water bodies surrounded by the country and its different names and latitudinal and longitudinal extent. Okay, and this is the thing which we deals with the first chapter of geography, and some more informations. Next we move on to next topic called India and the world. I already explained you that where is the country located, what is its size. Okay, all the informations, latitudinal and longitudinal extent also we study. Now we have to discuss about India and the world. India and the world. Where is the country located? I already told you, northern and eastern hemisphere. And India is a country which is located in almost southern part of Asian continent. Southern part of Asian continent. South of Asia. It is one of the important country. It is one of the important subcontinent in the south of Asia, which is having different neighboring countries. Neighboring countries, wow, which are called neighboring countries? The countries which share the boundary with the country. Okay, here in our country, different countries which share their boundary with our country. You know that already I told you people, India is a peninsula because the three sides water, covered by water. But only this portion is left. Here so many countries are shared their boundaries and they are called neighboring countries. Which are the neighboring countries share their boundary? You know that in the northwest we have Pakistan. Okay, Pakistan is a country which is one of the, it is a part of the great India, the Bharat, and in 1947 after partition of the country, it became a new country. Here, Pakistan in the northwest, and we have Afghanistan here, and we have China and Tibet, Nepal. Okay. Okay, these are in the north side, and we have Bangladesh here, Bangladesh and Myanmar. Myanmar is another country which shares boundary with our country, and we have Sri Lanka here. Sri Lanka. There is a line which separates India from Sri Lanka. That is called Pak Strait. Strait is nothing but it is a narrow strip of water which separates two land masses. Here Pak Strait is a strait which separates India from Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka, and we have some small country here, Maldives and Sri Lanka in the south, Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east, and China, Nepal, Tibet, Bhutan are the countries in the north, and in the northwest we have Pakistan and Afghanistan. Okay, in the southwest we have Maldives on the southwest, or you can say south. So these are the countries which share the boundaries with our country, our subcontinent, and these are called neighboring countries. You know that neighboring countries and a lot of activities will be there. Export and import will be there. Only the country which the Nepal is the country which has a depend on India for all the activities. You know that it is Nepal is a country which is completely covered by hills. Only one side the way is open, that is towards India. So any economic activities, import and export activities or anything, Nepal is dependent on India. So you might have heard that we no need to take a visa to visit Nepal because of this. Because they completely depended on our country for its economic activities. So these are the neighboring countries we have in India and the world, where it is position and which are the neighboring countries what we study. And it is a central location in the east and west of Asia. Central location in the right location of east and west of the country, continent, in the south of the Asia, and one of the strongest nowadays next to China. It is one of the strongest country in the south of Asia, and population wise also we stand second place next to China. China is the largely populated country in the world, and next to that India stands second place, and next totally India stands seventh place. Okay, seventh largest country and second largest in population, and all these are the important informations, basic informations about the country.